impolite to send us an email during the meeting. There is a special reward in heaven for people who respond to this number, because we work hard in these, and as you'll see, so do our speakers, and we really value any kind of feedback. So, for the past year and beyond, Rhys Bonney has been keeping us up to date, especially through the troubles of last year, about visa issues and related concerns. And now he has some important information for us. Rhys?
Okay, hello. Nice to see everyone again today. Please don't email when I'm talking, because I don't bring great news, unfortunately, for most people. Immigration, in their wisdom, have decided to enforce rules from last year that weren't in effect. So everybody remembers what happened in March with the money in the bank changing from 3 months before to then being 2 months before and 3 months after. And in that time, you couldn't drop below 400,000 baht for the year. So many people tried to do their extensions before January and February. Everyone was trying to get it done before March, if it was possible, which a lot of our clients did, and I know a lot of other people did, using other agencies or by themselves. What immigration have now decided is for every person that was using the 800,000 baht method in the bank, you must show that you kept 400,000 for 6 months before you extended. So anyone that is now going to do their extension that put the money in 2 months before this year, thinking that, that they would then keep it in afterwards, is not able to get the retirement extension. There are ways and means that we can help, and other agencies can also help. And I recommend that you talk to the agents and talk to your local provider, or you can go to immigration. The options will be basically to restart the process or to show previous financial proof. I mean, we had a client yesterday that was asked to show their previous year's application, including all of the income statements and all of those documents, which they didn't have because immigration keep the original copies. So it's one of those situations at the moment. It is evolving, not in the best way, I must be honest, with immigration. I mean, I think a lot of people have seen that there's been queues coming back. What they've done is they've basically separated out the sections, which they did before, which was very helpful. Now they've put them all back together. So that means that retirement queues will be in the same as education and spouse, and it's basically one queue. And that is slowing everything up, and so people are having to go again earlier in the morning to try and get queue numbers. And there is more of a wait. They're also now, at least they were this week, breaking for lunch, which they didn't do before, which is also leading to delays. So in terms of what everybody needs to do, my advice is, if your visa is coming up, even any time in the next 3 months, is to try and contact your agents or go down and have a chat with immigration to make sure you're not going to get caught out. The last thing that you want to do is, like a couple of my clients are going to an extension next week and they don't have enough time to come up with another way around it or a solution. So yes, that is the update that we have at present. And we'll be sending out an email to all of our clients to specifically state what immigration are telling us, and I'll hand it to the people at the Expat Club as well, if they want to circulate in an email, so that everyone will have something written down to understand the rules. It's very difficult to give specific examples to each and every person, so that's why I say that if you do want to have any more detailed information, you can have a chat with myself or Anika, or pop to the office, or like I said, go and see your own agent, or if you don't have an agent, you can try immigration. I don't think you'll get very far, but you can try. You can try. That aside, I spoke with a client earlier, and they were explaining about the TM30. I did mention this last month as well. They are now not enforcing it very strictly anymore. So the feedback from Chiang Mai Immigration is you only need to update if you have left the country and come back in. For my clients, we are still updating them even if they've been to Bangkok or to a hotel. The reason being that if they decide to change the rules again, they will fine you 1,600 baht, and I cannot afford to pay 1,600 baht for all my clients, so we are just updating it. But for everyone that's saying, oh, you don't need to, that is true. The officers are saying unless you leave the country, but we are still updating for everyone for the TM30. On a personal note, I'd like to welcome the new president, and I'd like to thank all the board for their hard work. They do a really good job. And since I've been coming, there's been more and more people attending, which is always great to see. It's very important that we can have sort of an active expat community here. And I think the more people that we have, the more chance we have of making changes. For air quality, immigration, and the feedback that you'll give that they're asking for is very important. So that's just on a personal note. But I will be at the back of the room. I'll leave them sit outside of the table, and then if anyone has any specific questions, they can come and speak to me. But for now, that's it. Okay.